Hey y'all, it's Tonette. BJ and I are back with more answers to where y'all been. These are our experiences and our opinion. We hope you are informed, inspired, and entertained. While this episode does not have any additional states, we do share our 2019 adventures, including a few more beaches that we visited for the first time, some family visits, and our 20th anniversary trip. In addition, we share the importance of being refreshed regularly. To get notified of future videos, subscribe to this channel and choose the notification bell. In mid-January, we went to Carolina Beach and Virginia Beach. While we were in Virginia Beach, we accepted an invitation to spend the day at Great Wolf Lodge with BJ's sister. It was a long drive to get to Williamsburg, but we knew it was a fun place with fun people, so we went. In mid-March, we drove overnight to and from Jacksonville, Florida to attend a 40th birthday party for one of my sisters. The white party was a hit and we enjoyed ourselves. Then in late April, we went to Hinesville, Georgia and attended a family reunion with my dad's side of the family. It was a weekend celebration that included great cupcakes, cousins, and church. Early May was filled with graduations. On the 4th, our son graduated from college in Raleigh, North Carolina, and BJ's nephew graduated from college in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Therefore, we couldn't make it to the nephew's graduation. On the 8th, our middle child graduated from community college. Then on the 9th, my son and I traveled to Jacksonville, Florida to see one of my baby sisters graduate from college. In early June, we welcomed visitors to North Carolina to celebrate a high school and the college graduations. We even allowed 3 little cousins to hang back and hang out with our middle schooler for a few weeks over the summer. Then in mid-June, we took the kids to Outer Banks for Father's Day. This was one of those times that we got a takeout tray from Captain George's and fed the whole family. Mid-June, I took all the middle schoolers to a farm. Our daughter knew what to expect because she went there with summer camps before. She had fun being there with her cousins though, because they are a lot of fun. They enjoyed swinging, sliding, and playing in the kernels and the water. Late June, we met up with 2 of BJ's siblings, his parents, and 6 of his nieces and nephews at the Hershey theme park in Hershey, Pennsylvania. This gave BJ a chance to hang out with his dad and allowed our kids to have some fun with their cousins. I went to the park with the kids while BJ and his dad relaxed at the room, tried some local barbecue, then went to the Hershey Experience Center to see how they make their chocolate. He really enjoyed spending time with his dad and felt it was much needed. In early July, we went to Maryland for a few days. First, we did a day trip to Ocean City, Maryland, where we went to the beach, played at an arcade and an amusement park, and we ate lunch. Then we drove to Baltimore, Maryland and stayed near the airport. The next day, we went to the waterfront downtown in Baltimore, then walked to Nacho Mama's restaurant. When we left the restaurant, the kids enjoyed riding scooters. Our last day in town, we went to an entertainment center and the kids competed against teams before their mode of play changed to free-for-all. In mid-July, we traveled to Hilliard, Florida for a family reunion on BJ's mother's side. His grandmother's 2 younger siblings traveled from Gainesville, Florida to spend a few hours with us, and we were happy to see them. Although it was a very hot day followed by a downpour in the evening, we didn't let that get in the way of us sitting around and enjoying each other's company. The food was good as usual, and there was plenty to go around. In mid-August, we dropped my nephew off in Jacksonville, Florida before going to Hollywood, Florida for a business conference. This was another time that we built family travel in with corporate travel. We stayed at a beach resort and it was amazing with beautiful views of the beach, the best pools ever, water sports, and easy access to the conference. Our girls traveled with us and they tried something new by riding in the canoes while BJ relaxed and researched places to dine. One evening, we took a short trip to Miami Gardens to visit my cousin and godmother, who I hadn't seen in over 20 years. It was a challenge, but we finally made it to her. In mid-September, we went to Virginia for football. We stayed in Richmond and tried a new barbecue restaurant, which didn't disappoint. Then BJ and our FSU fans went to the UVA versus FSU game in Charlottesville, Virginia, while the rest of us met my sister at the Virginia Union football game. In late September, we went to Charlotte, North Carolina to celebrate our girls' birthdays at Carowinds. This was our first time going during the fall season, and the girls thought it was funny with a tad bit of scary. It was funny running away from the workers that were masked up, but the chainsaws they were carrying was scary. Our older daughter didn't want to ride without the younger one since they were celebrating together, and the younger one doesn't like the big drops, so this limited how many rides they got on. For Thanksgiving, we met BJ's family in Columbia, South Carolina. Then about a week later, we drove overnight to and from Kingsland, Georgia to a 50th birthday party for his oldest sister. We had a good time and enjoyed spending time with family and friends. In mid-December, we took a 5-day carnival cruise out of Miami, Florida to celebrate our 20th anniversary, and our children were included in the trip. We like Carnival because they offer many activities to keep you busy if you want to be busy. Our first stop was in Turks and Caicos. The water and weather was nice and visually appealing. However, getting into the beach was a little rough in the section we were in because it seemed to be cement in the water and we couldn't enjoy it. So we went over to the Margaritaville pool and listened to the music. Our second stop was supposed to be to Half Moon Cay, Carnival's private island, but the water was too rough to taxi us to the island, so that was canceled, and we had another fun day at sea instead. This was our second cruise where the private island day was canceled. Our final stop was in Nassau, Bahamas, which we don't care for, but they do have a nice beach, so we spent most of our time at the beach. After we returned from the cruise, we spent a few days in Northeast Florida and Southeast Georgia. We were able to spend time with BJ's parents and participate in an ugly sweater Christmas party with my family. New places we ate include CZQ and Capricio's in Richmond, Virginia, Yoder's Dutch Pantry in Grifton, North Carolina, and Main and Mill in Winterville, North Carolina, Nuke's 42 Fry, Plum Tree Bistro, and Hook and Reel in Greenville, North Carolina, Sunset Slush in Zebulon, North Carolina, Backyard Barbecue Pit in Durham, North Carolina, Vic's Restaurancy in Raleigh, North Carolina. We also tried Back Fins in Wake Forest, North Carolina, King Crab in Charlotte, North Carolina, The Crab Stop, Fish Shack, and Pizza Mia, all in Vero Beach, Florida, Augie's Restaurant in Boca Raton, Florida, Kelly's Landing in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Rustic Inn Crab House in Hollywood, Florida, Leroy's Smokehouse in Hallandale Beach, Florida, Colt's Pig Stand in Ormond Beach, Florida, and Jayville Crab Shack in Kingsland, Georgia. New places we played include Scarowinds in Charlotte, North Carolina at Carowinds, The Beach in Ocean City, Maryland, and Jolly Rogers on the Pier, also in Ocean City, Maryland, Team Tactics in Woodbridge, Virginia, Hill Ridge Farms in Youngsville, North Carolina, Diplomat Beach Resort in Hollywood, Florida, and Margaritaville Pool in Turks and Caicos. Our tip for this trip is refresh and recharge. A winter trip to the beach has become a must for us. We love going in the summer too, but the winter trips are special. Just as the waves keep coming back to the shore, we love to meet them there. It's where our bodies unwind, our spirits are refreshed, and our soul is uplifted. It's where we let go and let God. During this time, I woke up before the sunrise to take a walk with Jesus. I met him for lunch, sunset, and again to say goodnight. Each of our encounters took place in a slightly different setting, but the agenda stayed the same. Our conversation was simple, our contact was light, but our connection was divine. We think it is important to refresh and recharge. We are better for each other and others when we are thinking clearly and simply operating from a calm and renewed place. While the beach is our place, the mountains may be yours, and we encourage you to incorporate that type of place in your regular travels to renew your mind and continue to ignite your passions. Well, we got a pause in answering, where y'all been? If you enjoyed it, like it and share it. To hear more stories about our family travels, subscribe to this channel and choose the notification bell.